Good morning. Does everyone have a flower? If you don't have one, raise your hand and there or one of the ushers will bring it to you. Okay. I was afraid we wouldn't have enough. I don't think that's going to be a problem. Okay. So, welcome to Westside Unitarian Universalist Church, where compassion leads us to work for justice and equality. I'm glad you came today, and it is my hope that you will find something here that nourishes your heart, feeds your mind, and grows your spirit. My name is Debby Rake, and I'm your worship associate this morning. Be you a spiritual seeker, an atheist, or theist, Westside is a community of many beliefs, genders, and sexualities, a community of diverse cultural, racial, and class backgrounds, a community of varied abilities and gifts. Some here find inspiration in the great books, others in the great outdoors, and others still in great conversations. Whoever you may be, all are welcome in our inclusive congregation. To newcomers and old friends together, we say, welcome. At Westside, we are raising the next generation of Unitarian Universalists, and we want them to know that they are an important part of our community. Several years ago, we chose to be radically inclusive and to adopt a multi-generational worship where our services include all family members. So, welcome to children and youth of all ages. There are a number of announcements included in your order of service, which I do not have. Thank you. I was a little busy this morning. Thank you. Okay. I would like to call your attention particularly to the message about no kings on June 14th. There's a website that you can visit, and it has been organized. We're planning 2 actions on 6/14 in downtown Fort Worth. The Handmaids March will be from 10 to noon, and then the No Kings Rally will be later in the afternoon. So they are asking you to pay attention to this and show up and with your homemade sign, which is really fun, because other people love to see what your cause is. So I want to call that to your attention. And you can take these announcements with you if you want to, any reminders you might need this week or to share with others. For those of you joining us online or visiting with us today, if you are not already on our mailing list, please sign up by checking the link at the bottom of our westsideu.org website. And for those of you here in person with us, please take a moment to silence all of your devices. The service this morning is called the Flower Ceremony or Flower Communion. It is an annual tradition at Westside and a century-old tradition in UUism, celebrating beauty, human uniqueness, diversity, and community. If you brought a flower with you to the service to share, great. If you didn't, we have extras. On this occasion, the more the merrier. Now, I invite you to take a deep breath, and from wherever you are, settle into the sacred space that we create and let us worship together as we listen to this morning's prelude, Sapin Tree by Jean Sibelius, performed by Dr. Yuki Kumamoto. Our opening words are Flower Communion Blessing by Amy Zucker Morgenstern. Now this is a responsive reading, so I'm going to read something and then Allison will lead you in the response. It's the same words every time. May our lives bloom like the flowers. Try it. May our lives bloom like the flowers. You do that every time. Okay. Ready? All right. Oh, good. I'm glad you brought a flower. Each of us is a flower with a delicate beauty uniquely our own. We may be like sunflowers, turning always toward the light.
May our lives bloom like flowers.
We may be like night-blooming cereus, only displaying our fragrant petals when it is dark and we think no one can see.
May our lives bloom like the flowers.
We may be like hothouse flowers, far from our native lands, cautiously tended within a harsh and unfamiliar climate.
May our lives bloom like the flowers.
We may be gray-headed, like dandelions, eager to launch the new generation with the first strong gust of wind, past our own bright youth, but ready to pass our wisdom on in precious, gossamer-carried seeds.
May our lives bloom like the flowers.
Some of us, sometimes, spring up overnight and fade in the hot glare.
May our lives bloom like the flowers.
Some of us, sometimes, are roses, slowly assembling petal after tightly wrapped petal and revealing our full glory only when everything is in place.
May our lives bloom like the flowers.
Sometimes we are roadside weeds, loveliness bursting improbably from the dust and debris.
May our lives bloom like the flowers.
May we offer our beauty with the simplicity of flowers, expecting no recognition, hoping for nothing, giving out of what we are, and knowing it is enough.
May our lives bloom like the flowers.
Thank you. Now let us worship together. As do many Unitarian Universalist congregations, we begin our time together this morning with the lighting of a chalice. I now invite Charlie Ford to come forward. Oh, I'm so busy with my flowers. Okay. Okay, there you go. Oh, try it up there. Must be out of battery. Oh, how handy. Okay, all right. Thank you, Charlie. The chalice is a symbol of our Unitarian Universalist faith and represents the Unitarian Universalist Association, or UUA. The flaming chalice symbolizes the heritage of our past, the warmth of community, and the light of hope within this church today. Our chalice lighting this morning is Global Chalice Lighting by Dorothea Kaufman. From the bottom of my very existence, I am pervaded with light energy, shining colors to my eye, warmth to my skin, inspiration to my soul. In this unity of creative sparks and sparkling creation, life unfolds. Let us open our senses to the light within and around us and send it out with shining examples into the world. Thank you. Our opening hymn is number 1000, Morning Has Come, in your teal hymnal. Please stand if you are able and so moved and join our song leader, Darren Cote.
A new day dawns, once more the gift is given. Wonder fills this moment shared together. The light of peace here shines upon each face. May it bring faith to guide our journey home. Open our eyes to see that life has bounds. Open hearts to welcome it among us. The light of love here shines upon each face. May it bring faith to guide our journey home.
Thank you, Darren. Please remain standing and join me in our affirmation. Love is the doctrine of this church. The quest of truth is its sacrament, and service is its prayer. To dwell together in peace, to seek knowledge in freedom, to work for justice through action, to serve others in community, to the end that all souls shall grow into harmony with creation. Thus do we covenant with one another. You may be seated. Please come forward if you are young or young at heart and would like to have a close-up view of our Time for All Ages, presented by our absolutely fabulous Tricia Bowes. Afterwards, we will sing the children back to their seats with number 414 in the gray hymnal as we leave this friendly place.
Good morning, everyone. I'm so glad to see you all here. We're celebrating flowers today. Oh, it's my favorite. I love all different types of flowers. Flower communion, some of you learned in Spirit Play a couple of weeks ago, but today is about bringing your flower's beauty and my flower's beauty together, and we make a beautiful bouquet that's even prettier because of the variety. So if Westside brings together your talents and your gifts and yours 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 and mine, the church will be even better for the variety of gifts that we bring. I think they can. That's right. This microphone is on, but that one is muted. Give me a thumbs up if you can hear me, audience. Oh, there's lots of thumbs up out there. I think we're good, Tao. Thank you. All right. But all this talk about flowers has me thinking, and I want to back up a little bit. Flowers don't just start out looking tall and colorful and bright. Flowers need support. That's right. Some of them start as seeds. They need certain things to become strong along the way. So I need your help. I am not the best artist, but I will do my best. What does a flower need in order to grow? You say some things, and I will draw it. Yes. Sunlight. Okay. Here we go. I'm going to start with my flower. Got my flower. We need some sunlight. Okay, yes. Soil. Okay, here's my mound of dirt here down at the bottom. Okay. Yes. Water. Let's get some water from the sky or water from the ground. Which one do you want me to draw? From the sky. Okay. Yeah. Tao, what do you got? I could draw a rainbow. Yeah. It's the only logical thing to do is to add a rainbow. I am. Will you look in my little bag and see if you can find another one? It's in the front pocket. My marker's running out. It's very sad. It's underneath my laptop. Thank you. I have to draw a rainbow. Well, I definitely will. Okay, what else does a flower need to grow? Bugs. All right, let's see if we get this one. Little worms to turn up the soil. Nice. Okay, we got some rain. Oh, that one's so much better. Yes. Go ahead. It needs light. Life. Yes, it's got to grow. Yes. Oxygen. Yes, it needs a good environment. What about our pollinators? Bees. Sometimes we need like a little bee, or a wasp is actually also a pollinator. And some and some wind. I don't really know if I can draw a butterfly. I told y'all, I'm not the best artist. Yeah. All right. That's awesome. Well, thank you. I will do that in just a bit. So we have the flower, we have sun, we have soil, we have rain, we have water from the ground, we have worms that are stirring up the ground so it has nutrients. We have the wind, we have pollinators. Before a flower finds its full beauty, it needs to be in an environment that can help it grow. And when we come to church, we can get some of what we need to help us grow too. We need to feel welcome. We need love. We need a safe place to ask big questions. We need to try new things. We need to connect to other people, our church family. And also, we need some snacks every once in a while too to help us grow. Num, num, num. I hope today that you find something here at Westside that can help you grow and show off your beautiful, unique self. We celebrate each of you just like we celebrate the beauty of the flowers. Thank you.
As we leave this friendly place, love give light to every face. May the kindness which we learn light our hearts till we return. As we leave this friendly place, love give light to every face. May the kindness which we learn light our hearts till we return.
Good morning, I'm John Fisher. Well, good morning there. One of the pastoral care team associates in our committee here at Westside. We make time each Sunday, each week to share pieces of our lives with one another. We do this because each person in this community has value. Members of the team can be identified wearing Pastoral Care Team badge. Please submit yours to or concerns to the team by completing one of these orange forms at the welcome desk, emailing us at pastoralcare@westsideuu.org, or by contacting any member of the team. The other current members of our team are Carol Kappa, Barbara Crotty, Lisa Franey, Jane Hartwick, and Debby Rake. Would the members of the team please raise your hand so our congregation can see who you are? All right. We share our concerns with one another today, knowing that sorrows come into each person's life, knowing that together we offer comfort. As I read your concern, would you please stand or raise your hand so all can know who you are? That does not apply to our first concern. There is an anonymous concern. Someone is getting a biopsy done this week. Please send good thoughts, and we certainly will. We also share our joys with one another, knowing too that joy comes into all our lives, knowing that together our voices can rise in the chorus of celebration. And again, please stand or raise your hand. This one is from Glenn Genius and her son Braden graduated Hunville High School with honors last Wednesday evening. Joy from Angie Goins. She writes, my mom and dad will be moving into a new facility that has skilled nursing to help my mom and assisted living to help my dad. They are moving this month and they will be on my way home from work. Lastly, a joy from the digital communications team and the Westside community. After many years of selfless, on-call leadership for our website and technology needs, Craig Bowles has decided to take a step back, a well-deserved step back indeed. To culminate his time in this position, Craig has devoted the last year and a half to overseeing the development of our new website, for which we owe a huge debt of gratitude. Thank you, Craig. You will always have a home here at Westside. We look forward to seeing you as you are available, and promise not to talk about Google Drives, spam alerts, websites, or other such general tech questions. So, as we hold all the joys and concerns among us, both those spoken and unspoken, let us sing together number 1053, How Could Anyone, in the Teal hymnal.
How could anyone ever tell you you were anything less than beautiful? How could anyone ever tell you you were less than whole? How could anyone fail to notice that your loving is a miracle? How deeply you're connected to my soul. How could anyone ever tell you you were anything less than beautiful? How could anyone ever tell you you were less than whole? How could anyone fail to notice that your loving is a miracle? How deeply you're connected to my soul.
Good morning. My name is Diane Austin, and I'll be leading our meditation this morning. I now invite you to relax your mind and body and join in a time of meditation. Today we will begin with an introduction titled Flower Communion by Lynn Ungar. Afterwards, our bell will sound to signal the start of a minute of silence for your own meditation, prayer, or reflection, and it will sound again at the end. Flower Communion. What a gathering. The purple tongues of iris licking out at spikes of lupin. The orange crepe skirts of poppies lifting over buttercup and daisy. Who can be grim in the face of such abundance? There is nothing to compare, no need for beauty to compete. The voluptuous rhododendron and the plain grass are equally filled with themselves, equally declare the miracles of color and form. This is what community looks like, this vibrant jostle, stem by stem, declaring the marvelous joining. This is the face of communion, the incarnation once more gracefully resurrected from winter. Hold these things together in your sight. Purple, crimson, magenta, blue. You will be feasting on this long after the flowers are gone. May we be good company to one another in our questions and our journey. May it be so, blessed be, and amen.
Here at Westside, we practice our UU faith in a variety of ways. One of those ways is by giving 100% of the gifts to our weekly collection, unless otherwise designated, to support organizations who carry our transcendent values of compassion, justice, and equality. It is our harvest, gathered in every week for what most nourishes us. Westside's plate offering for May is the Texas Freedom Network, or TFN. Texas Freedom Network was founded to oppose vouchers in 1995 by former Texas Governor Ann Richards' daughter, Cecile Richards. TFN is a nonpartisan, grassroots organization that supports religious freedom, individual liberties, and public education. Based in Austin, TFN acts as the state's watchdog for monitoring far-right issues, organizations, money, and leaders. It has been instrumental in defeating initiatives backed by the religious right in Texas, including, for 30 years, private school vouchers. It has fought and won against textbook censorship at the State Board of Education. Other issues include reproductive rights, LGBTQ+, and equality, voting rights, criminal justice reform, immigration, and climate justice. Like other Texas organizations, Texas Freedom Network's values align with our UU values. That's why our Texas UU Justice Ministry partners with TFN in Austin at the Capitol. In addition to advocacy, TFN helps small grassroots group organize and maintains a research library for policymakers on church, state, and education issues. Please give generously as you are able to this staunch supporter of Texas values and Texas freedoms. If you're giving toward your stewardship pledge, please use the envelopes at the bottom of the bowl as it is passed. Now let us enjoy this musical offering, Where Have All the Flowers Gone, by Pete Seeger, performed by Yuki. I don't think I've ever heard that prettier. Our reading this morning is Taraxacum by Reverend Teresa I. Soto. Even though they are edible, someone decided that dandelions are weeds, stragglers to destroy, to uproot. But dandelions never got the memo, never thought to care, busy instead with dropping roots, flinging seeds, unfurling shoots, and persistent in digging in that taproot to depths of 2 or 3 average adults end to end. The tiny yellow flower survives. You are no less resilient, reaching down both to the strength that holds you and up to the light, out with your beauty. And you know, having sunk your effort into the cool, damp earth, that while dandelions can be clipped and fought, uninvested in anyone's opinion, they throw their sparkling futures onto the wind, tomorrow tucked into seeds, and grow all the way back, strong and bowing at the very same time. Does everyone have a flower? If you don't, you raise your hand. Someone will bring you one. Okay. Okay, thank you, Thayer. Over and above. Oh, one more? Okay. I invite you now to bring your flowers up to the front and place them in the containers I've set out. We'll start with the right-hand side, my right-hand side, and you guys can come up, and then when you're back, we'll do the other side. If it's uncomfortable for you to walk up to the front, please raise your hand, and one of the ushers will take your flower and bring it up for you. Okay, that one's starting to get full. Let's try one of the buckets. What? Yeah, it wouldn't hurt. There you go. Thanks. No, let's just do the ones people have. Okay. Great. Okay, the other side? No, the dog is fine where it is. What? I love it. Absolutely. Thank you. Okay. Look at what we have created. The flowers are all different. They don't match, but it doesn't matter. We have created a gorgeous display, and it's wonderful. So why do we do this? The flower ceremony or flower communion was developed by a Czech named Norbert Čapek. And he was born a Catholic, as everyone was in his area at that time. It was the state religion. And then he became a Baptist. And eventually in 1910, he discovered Unitarianism, and he really liked it. So he had the same kind of religious journey so many of us have had. He moved to the United States for a while because it was too dangerous once World War I started for him to stay and be liberal. So he met his wife here, and they stayed here for about 20 years. And then in 1939, his wife left, where they had moved back to Czechoslovakia, and his wife left, and she wanted to raise funds for Joint Unitarian Friends program to assist endangered refugees and internees. The AUA, the American, that's what it was called then, American Unitarian Association, offered positions in the U.S. to Čapek and to his daughter and her husband. They declined the offers. They thought they needed to stay where they were in Europe and remain with their people. The activities of Čapek's church continued during the occupation as before, though under Gestapo surveillance, Čapek was more subtle in his sermons and articles. On March 28, 1941, Čapek and his youngest daughter, Zora, were arrested by the Gestapo. They were convicted of listening to foreign radio broadcasts. Čapek was sentenced to a year, and Zora, who had not only listened, but had shared notes of them with someone else, was given 18 months. However, the country was at that time in the midst of a wave of executions and deportations of Czechs by the Nazis, following the assassination of the German official in charge of the occupied country. A Gestapo officer overrode the court's sentence and ordered that Norbert Čapek be sent to the concentration camp at Dachau, return unwanted. He arrived there July 5th, 1942, and probably died of poison gas on October 12th. To go back a little bit, Čapek introduced the flower communion in 1923, shortly after he arrived in Europe. For some time, he had felt the need for some symbolic ritual that would bind people more closely together. The format had to be one that would not alienate any who had forsaken other religious traditions, but the traditional Christian communion service with bread and wine was unacceptable to the members of his congregation because of their very strong reaction against the Catholic faith. So he turned to the native beauty of their countryside for elements of a communion which would be genuine to them. And this service was the result. It was such a success that it was held yearly just before the summer recess of the church. Norbert Chapek's home and his church were overrun by German soldiers in the years of World War II. He gave his life defying their cruel occupation. But before he died, he influenced thousands of people with the beauty of his words and ideals, including the flower communion that he originated, symbolizing the light and color and fragrance of many creeds, many cultures, and many races joining together in a bright, living bouquet. I've given some version of this reflection several times before, but it has never felt quite so poignant and so important as it does now. We've talked in recent services about the notion that joy can be a form of resistance. The abundance and color that we have here offer a vision of joy. In 2022, Margaret Renkel wrote in an essay for the New York Times titled, "What to Do with Spring's Wild Joy in a Burning World." I love that title. In it, she says that we are creatures built for joy. At the very saddest funeral, she says, we can hear a funny story about our lost beloved, and God help us, we laugh. We can stagger out of an appointment where a person in a white coat has given us the news we think we cannot bear to hear. And still, we smile at the baby in the checkout line, clapping her chubby hands at the balloons by the cash register, or kicking her feet in joy at a stranger's smile. This is who we are. This is the best of who we are. The world is burning, and there is no time to put down the water buckets. For just an hour, put down the water buckets anyway. Take your cue from the bluebirds, who have no faith in the future, but who build for the future nevertheless, leaf by leaf and straw by straw, shaping them and turning them into a sheltering roundness, perfectly fitted to the contours of the future they are making. End quote. Take your cue also from the flowers, who bloom without caring how beautiful they are and offer joy to all who see them. The flower ceremony continues to be celebrated in this congregation and hundreds of others around the world, a testament to the power of love to withstand hate and to the vision of a tolerant faith which draws people not by persecution or threats of violence, but by principles with the sweet scent of peace and freedom. Please rise as you are able and join together in singing our closing hymn today, number 1068, Rising Green, in the Teal Hymnal. We will sing verses 2, 3, and 4.
My blood doth rise in the brook without end, my sight as deep as the sea, beating my heart sounds the measures of old, that of love's ever journey. tides as they answer the moon, rushing on as far distant sand. Winging my song is the wind of my breast, and my love blows over the land. And my love, and my love, and my love blows over the land. My foot carries days of the old into new. Our dreaming shows us the way. Wondrous our fate settles deep in the earth, rising green to bring a new day. Rising green, rising green, rising green to bring a new day.
Please remain standing for our closing words by Brenda Salgado. She wrote, "The plant people have taught me to be generous and not be shy about blossoming, that it is our nature. I think when others see us, it can inspire them to open up and blossom too, and we can be a field ablaze with dignity and beauty together. Let us go and blossom and be a field ablaze with beauty." The chalice is now extinguished, but its light lives on in the minds and hearts and souls of each one of you. Carry that flame with you as you leave this place, and share it with those you know, with those you love, and most especially with those you have yet to meet. Please join me in the congregational closing. Go in peace, seeking justice. Go in peace, committed to equal rights and opportunities for all. Go in the peace that is created when together we build communities of true solidarity, deep compassion, and fierce, unrelenting love. Go in peace. May it be so. Blessed be, and amen. As you leave, please come back up to the front and take a flower, and then take another one at the back. And take one that's different from what you brought.